So here's our top 10 teams going into Week 15. Number 10, let's go with the Patriots. I'm not sure I love them offensively still. I think Mac Jones has gotten better in the past couple weeks. He's played a lot better. Ramondre Stevenson's banged up, so when he comes back, they'll be able to run the football better as well. But at the end of the day, their special teams is fantastic, and their defense is fantastic.
Yep.
And I think situationally, their offense is getting better, like I said. Mac Jones is playing a lot better. And I just trust Bill Belichick going forward. Their schedule, it's not bad going forward. If you look,
you have to bet on the better coach and the better. I don't even want to say you do have to bet on the better quarterback. Mac Jones scares me a little bit, but the safety net of Bill Belichick, I feel like, is enough.
Right. So, going forward, you have the Raiders, which their offense is good, but it's Derek Carr. I would take Belichick's defense over Derek Carr.
Yes.
I don't love their matchup against the Bengals, but then you have Tua coming up on January 1st, going to Foxborough. That's going to be cold. I'll take the Patriots there. And then you go to Buffalo. That's, probably not a game you win, but there's 2 more wins the rest of the way. You're already, 7-6, so you're looking at like a 9-8.
Right.
Which will probably be good enough to get you into the playoffs. Good defense, good head coach, Patriots at 10. Let's go with the Dolphins at 9. I think they're slightly better.
I agree.
Just because of it's an offensive league and their offense is better. And plus, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt here because they've been really, really banged up in some key positions. Wide receivers, they've been banged up. Offensive line has had some injuries. Secondary's had some injuries. So they're going to start getting a lot healthier. Even pass rush. Bradley Chubb's been in and out of the lineup. So whenever they start to get a little more healthy, I can see them ripping off a couple more wins. And I do trust their offense overall. I think, like I said, it's been tough with injuries, but I think overall it's a good offense.
And I think Tua has shown us that he can do enough.
Yeah, absolutely can do enough.
And, he plays mistake-free football for the most part. You don't really see him with any huge turnovers in key moments. The Dolphins at 9, a lot of sense.
Let's go with the Chargers at number 8. Quite frankly, we just saw them play, and I think the Chargers look significantly better. And the reasoning is because they have Justin Herbert.
They have the better quarterback.
Now, if Miami's fully healthy, I think it's a different story. I think we'd have a longer discussion about who's better there. But I think when you have Justin Herbert, who's significantly better than Tua, yet you have to be higher on the list.
Yeah.
And also, they're starting to get healthy. Keenan Allen's back and looking really, really good. Mike Williams is back and healthy. Hopefully, he can stay in the lineup. They now have a couple backs emerging. They have Isaiah Spiller is emerging as a really, really nice back behind Eckler. That Kelly from UCLA. So they have a couple nice backs that are emerging, and you're starting to get healthy on the perimeter. And, of course, Justin Herbert. So
big factor there.
Big factor. Number 7, I think the Vikings with a slight edge over the Chargers because of their playmakers. I trust Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook.
Absolutely, yeah.
More than I trust most other weapon rooms. Now, I don't feel great about Kirk Cousins, especially in prime time. But at the end of the day, he's still going to put up his big boy football, right? Pass rating in the mid to high 90s.
Yeah.
He's going to throw for almost 2 touchdowns a game, maybe a pick here and there. But overall, he's a mistake-free quarterback that's going to get the ball to the playmakers when he needs to. Their offense didn't lose that game. Their defense is what's keeping them from being higher on the list. They can't stop a nosebleed on the back end.
Right. And it is so weird to me that's kind of Kirk Cousins' kryptonite is a primetime game.
It's like
that's
big games.
So strange because
Big
he is
games.
such a good, reliable quarterback 90% of the time.
Right.
And then you flip over and you look at those ones, and especially against bigger opponents where you kind of have to be that guy.
Right.
A lot of times he's not.
Like when he played the Cowboys, who are at number 6. I think, first of all, their defense is a lot better than anybody that we've talked to or talked about on the list below them.
Yeah.
And I don't love Dak, but I trust him more than Kirk Cousins. I think he's better than Tua, and I think he's better than Mac Jones, right? So I think he's a very competent quarterback with really nice weapons, especially with Michael Gallup, getting healthy, right? You have 2 good backs, 2 good receivers. The offensive line's improving, and the defense that's top 3 probably. It's probably a top 3 defense. I think you're looking
absolutely, especially up front.
Probably the Niners, the Cowboys, and the Patriots.
Yeah,
those are the 3 best right now, I would say.
I would say so, yeah, and especially you can't run on this team.
You cannot.
You cannot run against Dallas this year.
Well, they rotate 7 defensive linemen.
And being able to have Micah Parsons is huge.
All right, number 5, let's go with the Niners because I think they're better on defense and I like their weapons better. McCaffrey, I don't know when Deba's coming back, if he will. Didn't look like a good injury, but even without him, McCaffrey, Ayuk, Kittle, you have probably 2 good backs, 3 good receivers that are competent, an all-time tight end, a really, really nice top 10 offensive line, and Brock Purdy's good enough to distribute the ball to those weapons.
Yeah.
100%. He's accurate enough. He's on time. He's in rhythm. He knows the offense. Did it look any different than a Jimmy G game?
No, it didn't.
Looked no different to me.
He was able to... that's another one of those offenses. We talk about them from time to time where they're not quarterback dependent. You can basically just add and drop any quarterback you want into there.
I think we were talking about that with the Ravens.
Yes.
Yeah, which you saw this weekend. They had a third-string quarterback
with Huntley and then Lamar, and then who was the third
Anthony
guy?
Brown.
That's it.
Anthony Brown.
Yeah.
First NFL action out of
They
Oregon.
all three of them look like exact duplicates of each other, how they play the game.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
I mean, obviously, like Lamar's better. Obviously, Tyler Huntley's better than Anthony Brown. There's a slight step down.
There's definitely a tier system in that one.
Like Jimmy G is better than Purdy. He's more experienced. He's been around. But it's not a massive
It's not
gap.
night and day.
No,
it's not night and day.
All right, let's go with number 4, the Bills. I think their offense, I don't know if I want to say it's like they have a better. Their high end is a lot better.
Yeah.
Than the Niners, especially offensively. Right. Whenever they get rolling, I mean, look, Josh Allen in the last 2 games against the Patriots last year did not punt. They didn't punt once. Right. So it's like
the efficiency of that offense.
Even a really, really good defensive coach and a good defense could not make Josh Allen in that offense punt for 8 quarters.
Crazy.
I mean. And they still have a good defense. When Matt Milano plays, the stud inside linebacker that they have, they get Tre'Davious White back. Jordan Poyer's getting healthy. So, I mean, that's a good defense and an even better offense. And then they have Josh Allen, so they're at 4.
Yeah.
Let's go with the Chiefs at 3. Number 1 scoring offense. The nice thing about them that I think elevates them above Buffalo is they can run the football at times when they need to. I would have liked to see them do it a little bit more this weekend once they got to the bigger lead against Denver. But besides the fact that they won... but yeah, they can run the football when they want to. They still have Patrick Mahomes. Their weapons are a lot better than people think. You still have Travis Kelce. I worry about the defense, but whenever they can generate a pass rush, which is about every other game, they'll get a really, really nice pass rush.
Yeah, takes a lot of pressure off.
Absolutely. When they do, that looks like a completely different defense.
It does. The secondary guys don't have to cover nearly as long. It's perfect for them.
Let's go to number 2, the Bengals. I think right now, situationally, they're a little bit better than the Chiefs. Nobody's better on third down in the league than Joe Burrow right now.
And hey, they beat them.
And yeah, of course, they just beat them. And I do think they run the football better. You have 2 backs now that can really grind you down as a defense, right? Mixon's big and physical. P. Ryan's big, physical, can move.
And let's not forget about like the addition to these offense, or just the level of play of the offensive line, I guess.
It's gotten
and
a lot better.
how much better it has been.
It's gotten a lot better.
If you would have told me that Cincinnati would be able to generate a run game like this at the start of the season,
I'd have told you you're crazy.
You would have been, that would have sounded nuts. But now you're able to see them be a 2-dimensional offense. Joe Burrow has options. It's perfect for Cincinnati right now.
I think that defense is underrated too. They made Deshaun look stupid. Now, granted, I'll give Deshaun a couple more games. He just 2 games into coming back from like 2 years off, so I'll give him the benefit of that. But that's a legit defense. That's a legit. I'm not saying they're top 8, but are they top 12? Probably 11 or 12.
Yeah.
That's good enough when your offense is 1 or 2 in the league.
Right.
Our number 1 though, the Eagles. I think they can win multiple ways. Right. We've seen them with Jalen Hurts go out and throw 4 touchdowns. We've seen Miles Sanders go off for 180 yards on the ground, and they only have 150 yards in the air. Right, they can win multiple ways. We've seen their defense win. They won in prime time against Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. Right, their defense had like 3 picks. They won them that game. Right, so they can win multiple ways. I think they might be the deepest roster. They have 2 or 3 good backs. They can rotate 6 linemen in there. They have 2 good DBs, 2 good safeties. The linebackers are good. I mean, they have 4 wide receivers that I think could be a top 2 wideout on any other team. I mean, that's ridiculous.
This team, you just don't know how to defend them. You don't know how to prepare to play them at all because you shut one unit of their game down. Sure, shut the run down.
Right.
Dallas,
it doesn't matter.
Dallas can shut the run down. Sure. Jalen can still throw the ball. Jalen's still shifty. He'll get out of the pocket. He'll make things happen. You have a lot of weapons downfield. You have A.J. Brown. So
he leads the league in pass rating. So I mean, like they can go air raid if they want to.
Yeah.
But I think the base of their team is a play action, run first system, and it's really, really nice when you can kind of complement off that with Jalen Hurts, and then they've been able to do that this year. So they're at number 1 on our top 10 NFL teams heading into Week 15. Let's kind of go